Okay, hello. Anybody home? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good whatever time it might be in your location. God is good all the time. Say hi to people, smile. Doesn't cost anything. It's gonna make somebody's day, all right? I don't know. I'm all over the place for some reason. All right. I hope you can see me and you can hear me. Give me some feedbacks. So, yeah, that's the way it is. Let me see. Give me some feedbacks and we can start. Yeah, I know about the link. Universe. Say hi. Hi, Mr. Arsenal for life. Knocked out the cup. Remember the last time when you beat whatever team you beat? When you beat Crystal Palace like 5-1 in the Carabao Cup and you were like, oh, we are back. We are on fire. Always tell you to be humble. Haaland told you to be humble. I've been telling you for years to be humble. You just don't listen. You just don't listen, brother. You're going to struggle. You're going to suffer. I know you like for 3 years now. Every year. Arsenal are going to win the quadruple. We're going to win this. We're going to win that. We're going to win this. Hello. Be humble. Be humble. I will take calls right now. I'm just saying hi to people and kind of settle a little bit before I start talking. I have to settle the show, kind of give my introductions, right? And then I will take calls. So, yeah, Arsenal for life. This is a lesson. Knocked out the cup, you know, the FA Cup. You're going to get knocked out from the Carabao Cup, another cup. So, domestic cups gone this season. You still have a chance in the Premier League and the Champions League. You never know. I've seen the worst teams of Chelsea winning big trophies. So I'm not going to like write you off yet. But with that kind of team, Kai Havertz in front as your number 9. Good luck, my brother. Good luck. Kai Havertz, your number 9. We warned you. We told you. 60 million down the drain. You made a song. Waka, 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 waka. Kai Havertz is the king, whatever it is. He's going to win us the Premier League. You Chelsea not going to win anything. Blah, blah, blah. You got Sterling. The same made songs how Chelsea are paying money for Sterling to go to Arsenal and win titles with Arsenal. Blah, 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 blah. It's all good. It's all vibes. But at the end of the day, the reality is not vibes on social media. You talk too much. Talk. In reality, it's nothing. Arsenal are just vibes for years now. Since you won the Mickey Mouse Cup during the C-19 virus, no fans in the stadium. Anthony Taylor's handled you that whatever cup it was, FA Cup. You become so much arrogant, bro. Know your place. Sit down. Sit down. You are not there yet. People have been telling you to buy a striker. Buy a striker for years. You say, no, Kai Havertz, we're gonna prove people wrong. Kai Havertz is gonna prove people wrong. What is happening? What the heck is happening? Nothing, right? All right, so if you don't learn, oh, Jorginho, we got Jorginho, the best midfielder in the entire world. He's gonna win half trophies. How many trophies Jorginho already won you? Stay humble, bro. Stay humble. Chelsea always allowed their junks to Arsenal. David Luiz, Peter Cech, Gallas, all those guys, you know. Willian. Now, Kai Havertz is doing his thing. Raheem Sterling doing his thing. You can even get Badiashile and Disasi. We're going to give you them for free. It's going to be vibes at the beginning. They score a few goals. You got too excited, blah, 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 blah. And then, boom, they do what they were supposed to do. So, Arsenal, all vibes and nothing in reality. All vibes. So, people, if you want to share this link to people, this is my page here on Twitter. Green Turf on Twitter. Let's follow each other. You're going to always find some very, very good and funny stuff on my page. Much appreciate that. Yeah, remember, man, Arsenal vibes. Vibes FC. Look at this guy here.
We could have got Jordan Ayew. We got a guy who runs around, and we could have got Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew does the same as Kai Havertz. He's unbalanced the team. Oh, you don't know the space he makes. Emil Heskey made space for people. Dirk Kuyt made space for people.
He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. Hold on.
He's going somewhere. He's going somewhere.
Where?
Wait.
Where's he going?
Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum. Please take Kai Havertz from us.
He ain't going nowhere.
Give us £1 million, brothers. Please.
He ain't going nowhere. No.
We got a guy who runs around.
Okay.
And we
Assalamu alaikum. Saudi Arabia, please take Kai Havertz. That is really, really damning from Arsenal. Arsenal fans, we told you, we warned you. Stop being arrogant. Kai Havertz is going to give you some moment here and there. He can score some important goals, Champions League final. But winning trophies is a Chelsea thing. It's not an individual thing. It's a Chelsea thing. You can't tell me that, oh, you won because of such and such. No, I'm denying now, but I was defending him. But since he insulted Chelsea fans, I'm over that guy. Today, again, he did what he was supposed to do. Agent Kai Havertz, get the job done. And that's what you deserve, you Gunners. That's what you deserve, because you're going to be forever in the shadow. People's Republic.
How good was that guy, that Turkish goalkeeper, United? Wow. Such an upgrade on Onana. I didn't think, who the hell is this guy here? First of all, he's like 2 meters 50 tall, but he looked like a basketball player. And he's so quick. For a big guy, what a goalkeeper. Okay, this first game we've seen him, obviously, the sample size is very small. But still, compared to Onana, who corner kicks is hopeless because he's too small. He looks small, but he's actually, Onana is not so small. Somebody said he was 6 feet 2 or 3 or something, whatever. But that guy, wow, he saved United. Without him, Arsenal should have been won the game 3-1 or something. But as you say in football, it's all about taking your chances. You can create 10,000 chances. If you don't score, you're shit. As simple as that. You need a finisher. You need to finish your chances. And United, their counter-attack, oh my God. You see how quickly that went from getting the ball from their box, 2 passes, and they're already in the opposition box. 1 pass across, and Bruno with a world-class finish. Know how hard it is to finish a volley like that, and the goalkeeper didn't even stand, didn't even get a chance to move. That's how clinical that strike was. And then let's not forget the ref in this game was very, very dodgy. He was very pro Arsenal, and that is another thing we have to mention. This game, it was very, very, I think, brown envelope something. That was very weird refereeing. But United, everybody wrote them off, but look at them. Played 10 men for how long? 30, 40 minutes plus injury time. So that was a long time to play with 10 guys, and Arsenal still couldn't beat them. So this, when is it, Tuesday or Wednesday? Big derby game, Arsenal versus Tottenham. I think Tottenham have a very, very good chance. If of course, your boy Angie, this who we are, mate, if he looks at the blueprint, how other teams have played Arsenal in the last many games, park the bus, frustrate them, hit them on the counter-attack. If they do that, Tottenham, they'll beat Arsenal. But if they do what I think they'll do, it's who we are, mate. We play on the front foot. Arsenal will smash them.
Okay, so let me go back. Mr. Bayindir, let me go back. Mr. Bayindir is the Turkish brother who is the Manchester United goalkeeper, and he saved a penalty, Odegaard, in regular time. And then he also saved another penalty during the shootout. So, first of all,
that's all the saves. Plus, between the penalty, he had many saves. Don't forget about that.
Okay, so that brother, everybody wanted him out like few weeks ago because he was horrible against Tottenham Hotspurs. The Olympico, they score a goal from a corner kick. I think Son or something. Boom, corner kick, goal. And everybody went like, man, Onana is crap. This guy even worse because that goalkeeper, that day, he was awful. And then back then, I still remember, I made a video after the game to defend him, to say, this brother been sitting on the bench for his entire career at Manchester United. He been there like for 2 years. Even in the League Cup, Ten Hag didn't trust him. Remember, at some point, Onana wanted to go to AFCON, African Cup of Nations.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to delay him until the last second so he can play a League Cup game.
Wow.
Because they didn't trust this Bayindir guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's how bad it is. Was Onana, League Cup, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, everything is Onana. And I came back a couple of weeks ago when they played Tottenham Hotspurs and say the goalkeeping position is a very, very crucial one because you need to focus. It's just little second and then you are distracted and then you consider goal. And when you don't play for years and you are frustrated on the bench, even in League Cups, you don't play. And for the first time, I don't know after how many years, you are going to expect him lacking the reflex, lacking that little spark, because that's what you need as a goalkeeper. And people, no, he's crap. And it was so many links to him going back to Turkey, going this and that. And today, because he's been playing, now he's getting regular playing time, and the manager probably is telling him, hey, man, I count on you. You're going to play this T-Rex Onana. Slowly and surely, we're going to fade him out the team. You're going to be the man. And you see him today. He was very, very good. So, it's not like an on-field player where you can play from a different position. They can give you some minutes here, and the goalkeeping position is very, very, very difficult to get games when your number one is doing good. But now that Onana is doing the Onana, now I think this guy is going to be given the chance that he deserves. Second thing, and then you jumped from Manchester United to immediately Tottenham Hotspurs.
I can't help it, sorry.
Tottenham Hotspurs against Arsenal is going to be on Wednesday. This is a London derby. things, form goes out of the window, injuries, whatever, everything goes out of the window. Because that is more than a game. That is your family, that is your life, this is your pride, this is your grandfathers. It gets a different kind of, meanings to many people. So you got the energy from the fans, you got the energy from outside. It's about your day. If you are on your day, even if you are very poor with 1,000 injuries, you can still do something amazing in the derby. So that one is going to be a tough one. North London derby. Now Arsenal, Saka out, Gabriel Jesus out. Looks like it's going to be for a long term. He was stretched out and the guy is injury prone. Timber out, injured. I don't know who else is going to be. So probably they're going to blame, I don't know, the ball.
The grass was too green. The grass was too green today.
Huh?
The grass was too green today.
Yeah, probably it's, the light is too bright in the stadium.
No, the grass, the color was too green. So they were having difficulties seeing. So it was affecting the vision. So this is why Arsenal failed to score.
So it's going to be somebody to blame something. I know Arteta today was going to talk about injuries. Yeah, wait, Mr. Caesar. I will take you right now. Let me finish what I was going to say. So Arteta, the ball was it was flying. The weather was something. So he's going to talk about injuries, but if you look at it closely, they might have 2 or 3 injuries. And other teams like Chelsea, last season we had like 10 to 14 injuries every single game. And it's not like regular injuries, like your key players, your number one, all of them injured. So all I see is excuses. Back then when you say, oh, we have injuries. Oh, no, you spent 1 billion. What? 1 billion, everybody's injured. No, it's 1 billion. So people focus on 1 billion, even if the entire 1 billion is not playing, it's 1 billion. So now 2 injuries, 3 injuries, people start crying. Pep Guardiola scratching his face because of 2-3 injuries, 2 key players injured. But when Chelsea complain about injuries, it's all excuses. But when they talk about injuries, it makes sense. Yeah, Mr. Caesar, you wanted to say something.
Andres, 0, Bridges, 3.
Okay. Good for you.
But I'm not staying long. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, no problem. I know it's already late in your country. Probably it's time for you to go to bed. Why not? No problem.
I'm gonna see you the next time.
Yes, sir. No problem. I'll be here for you.
Before you go, where in the tables Anderlecht and who's the manager of Anderlecht?
First was Riemann, but he was sacked.
Who?
And they are, I think, 4th.
Yeah, 4th on the table. Okay.
4th. And who's the manager you said he was sacked?
Brian Riemann, new coach of Denmark.
Brian Riemann. Ah, that guy. Yeah, that's okay. That's right. Okay, he got sacked.
And now it's David Hubert. You don't know him.
Okay. But are they a good team? Because back in the day, Anderlecht used to be the biggest team in Belgium. But I don't know. I haven't heard from them for a long time. What happened to them?
Things change in life. I think I told you a lot of stuff about Belgium football going down, and some teams are like disappearing or combining with other teams because of lack of...
I'm going.
You going? Okay, no problem. And you know that Barcelona are winning 5-2 against Real Madrid, right?
Yes. But I'm a Real Madrid fan. This is fucking... Sorry for that coughing.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Well, go do whatever you would do, and you come back next time, okay?
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oi.
All right, so Barcelona are are really smashing Real Madrid. Mbappe scored. Mbappe scored for Real Madrid. Rodrigo scored. And then, oh wow, Chesney got a red card. Chesney is a Barcelona goalkeeper, and he actually joined when Ter Stegen is injured for long-term injury. It could go until March or April. We don't know yet. So Chesney is an ex-Arsenal goalkeeper, and he went to Juventus. He had a successful career over there. And then after that, he retired from football. And then Barcelona came calling, and then he ended up by going and coming back from retirement. And then today he had a red card. That is pretty much kind of story. Aziz in the building.
Oi.
Hey, Mr. O.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me say hello to my brothers. I'm at work.
Oh, no
Let
problem.
me say hello to my brothers. Up Gunners, up Gunners, up Gunners.
Yeah. Arsenal are in the mud, bro.
Nah. I'm waiting for AFTV to. I want to laugh.
Yeah, I started already laughing. Arteta out, or I'm gonna drive him to the airport and stuff like that. Like it's entertainment. A big.
I want to say something to you.
Yes, sir.
There's no difference between how much Arteta spent and how much we spent. It's just 200 million difference.
Well, in terms of
transfer,
like net spending, yeah.
Transfer. Arteta spent 800 million pounds. We went $1 billion. Arteta will soon break it. Don't worry.
Yeah, and another perspective is that they invested to win now. They bought already made players. They didn't go for the kindergarten project to buy every kid from Brazil. They went for people who are ready to kill, ready to win. But Chelsea are investing for the future. So they're supposed to be winning by now because their project is not like a Chelsea project. They bought players on their prime. They got world-class goat Kai Havertz from Chelsea. They bought two times Ballon d'Or winner Mr. Raheem Sterling from Chelsea. They bought all kind of world-class and Ballon d'Or there to win now. So there is no excuse. There is no, you spent money. Tell people we spent our money for a project. Our project is like less than a year. It's different between buying a field, empty field, and build your own house than go and buy the house that is already there with everything inside. So they bought a house ready to live there. We bought an empty anchor of whatever. We are building our house there. So that is the difference. But let them talk. Let them bring all the money. But if you go to the details of the money, they spent more than us. Renato Veiga apparently is leaving. He's going to Borussia Dortmund. This news came out of the blue. I don't know. I like the guy, Renato Veiga. But,
on loan or permanent?
No, he want to go on permanent. Like, it's going to be like Dortmund want him loan with option to buy. Chelsea are like, no, you have to buy him or obligation to buy now because we're not going to deal with, if you don't like him and you find somebody cheaper and you send him back. So it's one way or the other. Obligation, no matter what, the end of the season, you buy him. Or no loan, no nothing. So negotiation still happening. And apparently, Veiga said that he want to play as a center back. That is the position that he plays for the national team, Portugal. And the Chelsea is not getting enough playing time. He's like switched here and there. in the midfield, in the number 10, in the whatever. Like he's really confused, and he just wanna take it off his career. So that's the way it is. It is what's. Okay, so Aziz, thank you so much, and have a good day at work, my brother. Get some dollar, get the money, get the bag, get the bag.
It'll be sad if he goes, but I suppose what can you do? If you can't really make that breakthrough into their team because the competition is so hard, then I suppose he's got no other choice. But I don't know how much did Chelsea pay for him in a transfer? Do you remember?
I think it was about 12 million.
So it wasn't that much. It
cheap.
wasn't that cheap.
I don't really believe about the competition thing though, because sometimes I trust him more than Badiashile and Disasi. I think the guy got it all. Like he got the passion, he got energy, he just needs to play games in order to get to the next level. You see him really like built for Chelsea. The way he talks about the club, the way he celebrates, everything about that guy convinced me that he's a proper Chelsea.
He's got the physicality, he's got the height.
The height, the size, everything. Everything.
And he's very versatile. So in other words, he can play many positions. So a bit like Loftus-Cheek kind of player who can play everywhere. And so that'd be very, very sad if he goes. That means we're losing. We don't have that many of that kind of player which can play. Maybe Caicedo is able to play like that, but he looks. I don't think Veiga is the type which gets injured either. So it'll be a big loss for Chelsea. All we have at left back is Cucurella, and if Cucurella is injured or whatever, then what? Then he has issues, and he's going to have to find out the vice captain. Who's the vice captain? The one he humiliated, put in the bomb squad. What's his name?
Chilwell is leaving.
Chilwell. He said he's leaving?
He's going to leave, but because I don't see him there. You didn't watch the press conference yesterday. He said he didn't even bring him the last game because he didn't want to take rest. He didn't take risk. He didn't risk him and Chukwuemeka because they're going to leave. He confirmed it. He said it just the way I'm saying. He said that because they are leaving and they are working on their cases, so I didn't want to bring them.
They will end up at West Ham. He will end up at West Ham with
Porter. Yeah, I think he's going to do good under Porter because I don't believe nobody is going to convince me that Chile is a bad player.
Nope. I think Chile and KDH both probably go to West Ham. They will suit them very well, especially KDH. I think he will do very well under Potter.
Yeah, I think there's still very good players in the certain level, in the certain teams, in the certain system under a certain manager. They can still perform good. That's why I always defend them when people attack them and make them look like, they are nobodies. The Champions League is for nothing. It was just from heaven because it was Thomas Tuchel. Or people will find anything to sabotage people they don't like. All kind of theories and narrative. But believe me, Rudiger was awful, below even average when he joined Chelsea. Injury prone. He got undone by West Ham. Like back then, oh my Lord, nobody wanted to see Rudiger. And then the change of manager, the change of system, he became world class until today. So I don't really believe on people who say, you're never gonna do this. You're never gonna do. Who are you? Are you God to tell me that you're never gonna do anything? You're not God. I always leave that open mind about people's. You don't say never to people's lives. Don't say anything. Leave it as it is. A manager can make you world class. A manager can make you look average. A manager can sabotage your career. So never say never. Keep always an open mind because you are not God. That's the way I believe. Oh, Mr. Victor in the house. Are you there, Victor?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. I was actually listening to you in the background until I heard that catastrophic news of Veiga being moved on. I don't understand our club, really. I really don't understand our club. He was much more effectual in the game. Fine. And I saw your 12-minute commentary about it, and you say Chelsea cannot do anything good. When we win, the team is bad. When we lose, we are poor because we've invested money, and you were spot on. Now, the thing is, the reason why you play who's in front of you, and I like Veiga a lot, especially even in the middle. Even if he wants to play center back, to me, he is way much better than what is his name? The guy from France who's injured. Both of them, those two boys that are injured, Badiashile and Fofana. What is it called? Is it Fofana?
Yeah, Fofana. This is fit. Yeah.
Veiga, to me, you can say Fofana maybe will be competitive, but he doesn't play it long enough.
Yeah,
for you to
he doesn't
know
play.
how much he can sustain it. But you have people that are standing back there, their bodies can keep up, they are not injured every time they come on there, and you find a way to let them go and keep the 70 million quid guy who is completely disabled after every 5 games and service him only for him to come back, for you to continue servicing. Now, I know you can't let them go because we've given these folks 500-year contract, but at least because they are not playing, limit their contribution or their involvement in it. There's no way you should put Fofana on any list, but you're actually on any list, European or domestic. Veiga out.
Sorry, Mr. Victor. Sorry, Mr. You are going like in and out, and believe me, it's not me. I'm not trying to kick you out because you always accuse me of trying to get you out. No, you're going like, we're gonna hear you like for 2 seconds, and then you go really, really way behind. So I don't know what's going on.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So what I was trying to say is that there's no way we should move on Veiga at all. And I totally believe the two of you were saying that we shouldn't move them on, and I totally subscribe to that idea.
So let me give you the other perspective here. According to the report that we have from Sky Sport Germany, Fabrizio Romano and those big guns, apparently Renato Veiga is the guy who is demanding to go because he been promised to play as a center back there. Like he's gonna be the number one in to play. Like he's gonna start game instead of waiting for Europa Conference League in March and play 10 seconds. So he's asking because it's opportunity open for him to develop his game and play a lot of football. So as the manager said, if somebody don't wanna be there, they can't really force him not to be there. That's the problem.
But the person that don't want to be there is a reason. It's because he doesn't play enough. And yet we have others that are given all the chance they can get in the world, right? And they don't go out there and execute enough. Now you might say we've only had 4 losses, or 2 losses and 2 2 draws, and we've been winning all the time. But you need a strong squad. And Chelsea, we have to find a way to keep these players that. If everybody was fit, I would say still keep the guy like that. He's 6'6" or something like that. He's a
massive. He's a big dude.
Yeah,
like I like him. I like his passion. I like the way he talks. I like the guy. But the problem.
If I were this coach, I would develop this guy even for the midfield. He plays somewhat a midfield role in the last game we played, and he plays on the left side. Right? And the 2 players that we have in the midfield, Caicedo and Enzo, are all on the right. Even Lavia is on the right. So when the ball gets to their right, they can shoot instantaneously. Veiga shot. I think our 4th goal came because he took a shot, it didn't get in, and then I think Kunku completed the goal, right? But because it was on his left. Your midfield, you need to have 2 midfielders, one of which can operate from the left side and one of which can operate from the right side. All our midfielders are on right side. That's why every ball they get, they pass.
Yeah.
You have to have people that are adventurous, and he will give you that. At least you can develop his game to that extent. And also he adds heights for corners. He's a huge guy in the middle. He's not going to be bullied. Every single ball that passes by Enzo passes him by. He just go close to the person attacking with the ball, and then they shrug him off. You cannot shrug Veiga off. Our midfield lacks height, it lacks athleticism, it lacks strength. And I feel like this guy should not be let go at all. In fact, it's going to be a disgrace. Now, if he wants to play, promise him and field him because for me, I can let him play half of any game. And instead of let, Enzo and the rest stay in the game for the entire time when they don't contribute to goals, they just really shoot. Caicedo, rest him. You know what I mean? And put this Veiga there in the middle. Or if he wants to play back there, play him back there. But what happened with our last game, the players and the adventurous nature, in a sense that Tosin was shooting from everywhere because he got fed up. And people, every time he got the ball, every time he got the ball.
he became like Ronaldo, man. R9.
Yeah, the fans were like, shoot, because we are tired of the passing. You could hear the spectators.
And they shoot and they score.
Shoot. Yes. You don't see that in Chelsea. So you need somebody that can add to that. Because if Tosin is shooting from back there, then it embarrasses the midfield in Enzo and the rest, instead of their passing and finessing the balls. So for me, I chipped in just to say that it would be a disgrace if the Veiga. The thing is, it's sad because the coaches, we all have been around coaches that have a set of principles, or they have their set on the player, and the guy has won a World Cup. And I'm not only going after Enzo, but these players that are in the middle make their job competitive. I mean, even Kevin De Bruyne. It's every now and then it gets to be sit down, whether he is fit or not. But since our players, we are so weak that somebody like Palmer and the rest, they get all of these spaces and they never accept because the coaches are so scared to be adventurous. Let the other players come in. If they come in and they score goals, they do what Palmer has done. Even a quarter, it means you have a sub there that has the potential of Palmer. But if they don't get a chance to play at all, then they threaten to leave. And who can blame them? They know that there's somewhere else they can go. And if you do well, Chelsea will come back and buy you even more money. I.e. what we are about to do with Chalobah, what we are about to do with Gehi, and all these players. They were once upon a time our players.
Yeah, so if I can add a little bit aspect into that, if we got rid of Veiga, for sure Chelsea are going to get at least 2 defenders. And today, Chalobah was left out, and the manager said that he didn't play because it's still some contract issues. So basically, he said Chelsea still probably negotiating for him to come back. And I believe that Chalobah could come back, and also Mark Gay, Chelsea could just buy him because they have 20% resale value, so they can get him around the 40 million or something. So if Veiga goes, I think Chelsea are going to bring for sure 2 centre-backs or whatever position. Yeah.
Can I ask Mr. Victor something?
Yes, if he has time, because he said that he just jumped.
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah, I know I know you have a sore throat, but still, I have to ask you. So you were talking about Chelsea, it's tiki-taka, blah, blah, we never want to shoot. Is it fair to say Arsenal has the same problem? Tiki-taka, they never want to shoot.
Oh, they have a terrible guy, Kai Havertz.
Can you hear me here? Arsenal for the last 2, campaign, right? In the league, they were more adventurous than Chelsea has been the last 5, 6, 7 years. I mean, even the year we won the Champions League, you know where we were when Lampard was in charge of us, until, of course, things turned around with Tuchel. Chelsea has no... I think the Abramovich style of, okay, we are winning now, so let's win beautifully, and went and invested in all of these midfielders that will come in and do the prime Barcelona kind of style of game. We first of all, you have to have the players. And second of all, you have to have the kind of league that will allow you to play like that. Nobody in England will allow you to do this tiki-taka thing. Fine. In a Champions League game, like they came and embarrassed Manchester United, I think 10 years back, and won the Champions League year. Fine, because it was just a one-off game. But it doesn't work all the time, especially in a league where it is kick in, it is aggressive, it is very, very masculine and very physical, your tiki-taka can go so long. That is why even what is it called?
Pep Guardiola.
Pep Guardiola
City.
is being found out.
Mm.
You know, you can go like that for so long. You get found out because you have to have the players. And how long can what is it called, Silva and all these
Gundogan
players,
and
Gundogan, yeah, how long can they master this pass and pass and pass? No, nobody's going to allow you to do this all the time. So you need the kind of player. We didn't have those players. And so that philosophy, it didn't take long for people to find us out. But Tuchel came in, even that year that Tuchel was doing well, look at the way we fared in the league. But of course, in tournament football, where you go in is one win, and you were winning, and we were under the radar. Nobody was really checking on us, you know. And so we won that. That's the only major thing we won since 2017. So we are, the reason why we are in this situation is because the kind of players you need to be able to survive in this kind of league. You need athleticism, and I cannot emphasize this enough. I always say that, and people are like, oh no, not everybody's going to be 6 foot or whatever. I'm not talking about that. There are people that are stout and strong, and they have a center of gravity, i.e. Hazard. But that's not the kind of players we bring in when you are bringing in the Enzos and the rest. Enzo is not a very strong player, you know. So you have to make sure your midfield is strong, and our midfield is not. At the moment, it's only Caicedo, and when he gets tired, you can see it. When Palmer doesn't show up, you can see it because nobody else is scoring goals. We were doing very well at the beginning of the season because the goals were not predictable. But right now, it's very, very predictable. If Palmer doesn't score and it's not a conference league, nobody else will score in this league for us. So we have to understand that you need players that will at least give you a level of stability in the middle of the park, so that you don't leak goals. If you don't score, fine, at least you don't leak goals, right? And then if you're able to score one, you can defend it, because you cannot win this league if you are only scoring 4, 5, 3 goals. And one goal, you cannot defend one goal. It's not possible. You cannot even come close to the
and we are selling defenders.
Exactly. And then so we cannot maintain a goal league.
We can't maintain a goal league, but we are selling defenders, and we have 1,000 injuries in the defense. Yeah, go on, people.
I was going to say that we have issues, big issues, serious issues on the right.
So you have to
hang on, Victor.
No, he can't hear. He doesn't have our return.
Sort out the midfield so that teams are not bullying us. We allow Ipswich, we allow Fulham, all these players to find out that we are not able to do much more after our goal.
So we have
and we try to defend it, but we are not even good at that.
Mr. Victor, can you hear us?
And
Victor,
our keeper is always fidgeting.
Can you hear us?
He doesn't know how
Victor,
to
I'm gonna
do
take
these difficult passes. Then slowly but surely,
it's like a machine. It must be a telephone answering machine.
He's not really coming back at us at all. You know, they are confident, comfortable.
Victor,
with
he can't hear. He can't hear.
And
Victor, he just disconnect himself, and he's gonna say, "Ogs, you took me off."
No, I was wondering. This guy.
Hello, Mr. Victor. You can't hear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Let me structure something. We were trying to People's Republic tried to talk to you like 1,000 times, and you couldn't hear us. So we could hear you, but you can't hear us. And don't blame me, because that is not coming from me. So now
let People's Republic.
Yeah.
So answer. Can I ask another question? Follow-up question, Mr. Victor. Mr. Victor, can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Mr. Victor. So a very nice statement you made before, by the way. And there's another issue we got to address here. We certainly, I don't know why people don't mention this, but not only did Madueke go off the boil, but if you notice how Pedro Nieto also has gone off the boil on the right-hand side. Something's happened there, both of them, now completely out of form. What's happening there?
Like they're not performing good?
I believe.
That's what you mean?
Yeah. You have. Okay, you want to answer quickly before I go?
Yeah.
Okay. For me, I believe that the two of them have a serious problem that
Victor,
corrected by just good coaching. Okay, Pedro Neto is short. She's weak.
Yeah, he's just disappeared. So sorry. You have a problem with your connection, Mr. Victor, and you are just disappearing on and off. But thank
Maybe
you for your
Mr.
contribution.
Maybe Mr. Oak, you can answer that question because you're the expert.
Yeah, well, what was the question again?
The question is that both Madueke and Netro have gone off the boil. We are very weak on that side there. Everything seems to be coming from the left with Sancho. But I don't know what's happened to those guys. They were at some point they both were brilliant. Now they're just like gone. Yeah.
Oh,
You know
well,
what I'm saying?
and then you have to see the problem in general, not only Pedro Neto or Madueke, because you can see from the other side of the coin to say, but we created chances, but we hit the post twice, but we shoot off target, stuff like that. Like, it doesn't look like they are doing anything because the team is not winning. Well, I know we won the last game against, I don't know what Mickey Mouse team it was, but in general, we've been poor since December. Everybody went on vacation. In their mind, they were in Dubai, Hawaii, and whatever, celebrating already. I don't know. They eat, they drink, I mean, we were heavy, we were poor, and we were not also lucky. We hit the post, we created chances, we didn't finish them. Even Jackson, not getting on him only here, but you know how many one-on-one. So if a couple goes in, the narrative changes. The narrative is gonna be, oh, Pedro Neto, what a pass, and what an assist. You can only get an assist when somebody scores. And also I understand that they really don't shoot often. They have to learn how to shoot often. But when they shoot and it doesn't go at the back of the net, we call them, that they are selfish. They just work for themselves. And now, Adarabia Tosen showed us that sometimes when you have a low block, you can't find any solution, try to shoot. Deflection, goal. Anything, you can get a penalty. Somebody might touch the ball, like shoot from distance. And it was simple. Look at even our brother Joao Felix. After Tosen Adarabiayo showed him the way how to shoot, he started shooting off outside the box from different angles, and he scored. It looks very easy on paper, but it was there. Oh, this time you are in those positions. Shoot sometimes. Let the second ball. Let's fight for the second ball. We might have a chance if they are sitting back. So I hope we learn about breaking low blocks in a different way now. They need to shoot more. But I don't think they've been that poor. I think the entire Chelsea team been poor and also been unlucky. Because, people are going to say, oh, no, it was raining for both teams or whatever. But luck, my brother, is part of this business. You don't understand certain things that you do. It's just not working. And somebody else does it and this, boom, is successful. It exists. That is part of life. Look at Bayern Munich against Chelsea Football Club. Final of the Champions League, 2012. How many chances Bayern got? They hit the post how many times? They missed even a penalty. Drogba to Ribery, penalty, they missed it. They're hitting the post. When it's not your day, it's not your day. You don't understand how the hell on the planet Chelsea managed to win the Champions League in those conditions. So we've been unlucky, but we've been also heavy. And it's just not working for us.
So I've got another player I've got to mention in that equation there. I think maybe is the reason why those two have gone off form is Jackson. So Jackson, I don't know if he's unlucky, if he's off form, or if he's sulking, or if he's mentally not there, or something also going on there with Jackson, because he's not himself.
Like I said, it's everybody, bro. You can go through a moment like this, but let me remind you, like Jackson this season, he got 9 or 10 goals. That is more than Rasmus Haaland. That is more than Solanke. That is more than the big names that you people praising. That is close to the goals that the GOAT Haaland scored. So if you look at it from just one side because of the few bad games that we had, you're not going to give Jackson the benefit of the doubt and the credit that he deserves. Yes, he's missing chances. Yes, but everybody can go through that. Erling Haaland went like 11 games without scoring, and then bam, came back, start scoring. Double. He scored a brace today. Tomorrow he scored another hat trick, and then boom, 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 boom. Is the golden boot in the Premier League. But Jackson, even when he doesn't score, you see the work that he does for the team. Defensively, offensively, the link up and everything. You are like, this brother is walking like a horse here. But because we didn't win, and we know that he's our number 9, and he's supposed to convert those easy chances, and then we get on him, we without really giving him credit for other things, because at the end of the day, football is about scoring goals and getting 3 points. So if you don't score, no matter how hard you worked for the team, it just goes under the rug. So I'm not gonna say anything is wrong or whatever. I think it's just a bad moment for us, and we're gonna be back.
Before I'll change subject, I have to go back with your title of this video. You wrote Arsenal and Tottenham are a disgrace. Fair enough, I understand. So if you look at it psychologically from a mental point of view for this game, midweek game, Arsenal versus Tottenham. Now, Tottenham, they got an embarrassing win. Had to go to extra time against some team I've never heard of, I don't know, whatever team, fourth division, fifth division. And Arsenal played Man United. They played their best 11. They went to extra time and they lost in penalties. So that is a very, very big blow, to lose that way there. It's very unlucky. But Tottenham, they used a lot of energy against a small team, extra time. But who do you think mentally is in a better place for this big fixture? Will it be Spurs, Arsenal, whoever? No, they will be angry. They want revenge. Or Tottenham, who have had big win against Liverpool, confidence is very high, but then came back to earth with this lucky win against this unknown team here in extra time. So it'd be interesting to hear your prospect as to how you think it will go.
Well, you're asking about the North London derby between Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspurs on Wednesday. And I started this show by telling you early on that when it comes to a derby, form goes out of the window. Forget about injuries. Forget about, we've been very poor for 10 games. We never won this season. Forget about it, because the derby is more than just a football game. It's just what you mark on your calendar. So it's going to be more than who is in form. It's going to be more about who is there on the day to do the job. So I think it's going to be very complicated. Tottenham Hotspurs got injuries. Arsenal still got injuries. So nobody's going to complain about injuries. I said Tottenham are a disgrace because of it took them extra time in like 100th minute to score against the regional league team. So those guys, they go to McDonald's walk. And then in the evening, they go to train. And then tomorrow, they have a game, right? They are sponsored like Vavarama or Burger King or something. They get their bonuses, maybe a meal, family meal at White Castle or something like that.
Did you see, by the way, their team bus? Their team bus is like the minibus we have in Africa. It's exactly the same.
Yeah. So that tells you they kind of, and they did good. They had some chances. They could have scored, and it could have been a very, very good history. Really, this is the magic of the cup. That's why we love the cup. We like to see this. So it took Tottenham to make changes, to bring Dominic Solanke, to bring Heung-min Son and Jed Spence and some other boys from the bench. They are big guns. They had already big guns to begin with from the beginning, because if you compare the two teams, there's no even comparison. And they took them to extra time. They didn't score in the regular time. And let me say something before I forget. I think my friend Timo Werner needs to retire from football. Timo Werner is my boy. But today, watching him, and I was watching religiously, I always hype my boy until you start insulting Chelsea and I start attacking you, right? Like Kai Havertz, I was supporting him. I was like, yeah, you did good at Chelsea. You won the Champions League and other trophies. Go. I never, ever, ever attacked Kai Havertz when people were attacking him. And then all of a sudden, he came at Stamford Bridge and start insulting Chelsea fans, saying shush, shush, shush. I was like, I'm done with you. And I became the biggest enemy of Kai Havertz on the planet. So Werner hasn't done that. But the chances that he missed today against that Sunday League team, I was like, bro, before you have to quit football before football quits you. So probably it's your time to just go. So where were we here? So anyways.
He used to be, by the way, Werner, when they bought him, he used to be in Leipzig. He used to be a very prolific centre forward. They played him centre forward today. Back in those days, he scored goals for fun in Germany.
Yeah, he was second to Lewandowski. After Lewandowski, the second best was Werner. And look at him. So Tamworth are the real winner for me today. They are part of the country proud. They did everything they won. In reality, for me, they are the real winners today. Because it took 220 minutes for Tottenham. And guess what? The first goal for Tottenham is an own goal.
Yeah.
Tamworth scored an own goal and they got discouraged. Like, it could have been even penalty today if the defender didn't score an own goal. So, yeah, this is the magic. Going back to the...
Chelsea, the next draw, I saw the draw. We're playing Brighton the next game away, FA Cup.
So going back to the London derby, so we can finish on that question, I think it's going to be a draw. I don't know, for some reason, right now I can support Tottenham Hotspurs more than Arsenal. In terms of Arsenal fans are so loud and so arrogant. Bigger fish to fry. We're going to win everything. There's a lot of vibe and talks. But Tottenham Hotspurs, they know their place. They know they are Spursy. They don't win anything the end of the day. So even if they win something, yeah, it doesn't like feel the same as if Arsenal won something. But I know we're supposed to hate Tottenham. But if you have to give me a choice to hate one team like right now more than the other, I will hate Arsenal more than them.
I agree 100%.
Because you don't feel like there is competition with Tottenham, like they are not there. But Arsenal, they just pretend to compete with us. Always pretend vibes. We finish second. Next year is our year. Yeah, we're going to win the quadruple. Yeah, they win you, they beat you one game, and then they start a parade for 1 month. It's just a win, bro. Just let go to the end of the season. So I feel like we are going to be quiet and we're going to be in peace. If Tottenham wins something, we understand, you never won anything anyway. So yeah, get it. Then Arsenal winning a trophy.
Oh my God. Never hear that.
I'm going to disappear from internet for a while. Because nothing you're gonna hear. Even when they won that C19 virus cup, Carabao Cup, because of not Carabao, FA Cup, because of Anthony Taylor's and injustice and whatever. It was for years like you can't say any. What are you gonna tell them? What the hell are you gonna tell them? It took us to go and win the Champions League for them to go back to where they belong. We beat them the year before that. We beat them in the Europa League final 4-1 Baku. And then They beat us, no fans, no nothing, in the FA Cup in the final. They play 12 against 11, pretty much
That's
the
true.
entire game. They won it, and they celebrated more than us beating them in the final of a European Cup. It was like the FA Cup is better than the Carabao Cup. Nothing. They celebrated until we went and smashed them again. Champions League. Bam. Champions League. What are you going to say now? This is how their noise ended. But believe me, if we didn't go and win the Champions League, we didn't win anything since then. Until now, Arsenal were going to continue celebrating the FA Cup in an empty stadium with Anthony Taylor as the referee. So I don't know. Those people are so annoying to the point that they have to struggle a little bit. Now it's a good show because Arteta out and then now it's good to watch them suffer. So me, if I have to choose on Wednesday who's to win, I will support Tottenham Hotspur for sure. But even if they draw, it's gonna be two points dropped. You know, they dropped
It's so
2
weird.
points.
It's so weird when you watch Arsenal play. Arsenal, they're losing, what have you. But sometimes, you can watch a game and you watch a team, let's say Southampton, and Chelsea smash them 4-5, whatever. And you look at them and think, but this team is bad. How can this goalkeeper be playing out the back or whatever? All that. You can just see a bad team, have no idea, just useless team. Yet when you watch Arsenal, it's a good team. Let's not lie. We'll be honest. We'll give them their flowers. It's a good team. They're good in possession. They're good at defending. And yet they lose. And you wonder, but how does this team lose? It's not a bad team. And in the end, Arteta will probably get sacked. But not get sacked because he had a bad team. He got sacked because they couldn't score goals. They had no centre forward. They were relying on Kai Havertz, the agent.
But the problem with that is he's the guy who made that team. He's the guy who refused to buy a centre forward. And then he's the guy who decided to go and spend 65 million on Chelsea reject Mr. Kai Havertz and wanted to prove people wrong. Like, you see, I improve people. I'm a genius. This guy is the next Ronaldo. He's going to score 20 goals plus a season. He wanted to prove people wrong. He was given money. That brother got money. He's the guy who brought Declan Rice for 105 million pounds.
Good buy. Very good buy.
He's the guy who brought Sambi Lukonga, Tavares, and all the guy, Vieira and whatever. If you count, because people just remember big amount, but when you spend 35 million here, 40 million here, boom, you put together, it's a big amount. So people are going to just mention Declan Rice, but they forgot other 35 million, 40 million that he been spending here and there. And Trossard, good play, he bought. Trossard. 35 or whatever money. He's the guy who brought him. He's the guy who brought
Jesus, a disaster.
Another one. He's the guy who brought Zinchenko.
Disaster.
So why are you going to tell me, because the players are not scoring, it's not his fault? It's your fault because everybody pretty much can tell. My uncle, Stevie Wonder, can tell you that Arteta, you need a number 9, a goal-scoring number 9. Havertz is not the guy. And you take the money, you go invest on the defense. You bring somebody in the defense. Calafiori, 50 million, boom.
Remember how they were showing off when they bought him, the fans, Arsenal fans. The missing piece. That's the
problem. Like, you need another position. You go there, buy somebody for vibes and for after a tournament. And Calafiori is not that good either because back then...
You saw, if you watched the European Championship, you saw Calafiori making those mistakes. And then
It's all a vibe, bro.
He showed you who he was there. So what did you think was going to happen?
Don't buy anybody out of a big tournament. Back then,
Nope.
He was linked with Chelsea heavily. Also, Chelsea tried to get in the conversation. It was too expensive, and they went for Veiga. And I liked Veiga more than Calafiori because of his, first of all, injury record. That brother Calafiori got 2 ACL injuries. 2.
Wow.
Not 1. 2. He's 22 years old. In his age, in the last 5 years, he already missed 3 years. 2 years full out of injuries.
And he's injured again, not so?
Now he's injured again. And outside the ACL injuries, if you look at the injury record, oh my Lord. I still remember back then when I put the list together, posted on social media. Look at how many people insulted me. You just clown. You know nothing about football. You don't know what you're talking about. Like every time you talk sense on social media, people attack you, but you're talking sense. It's not like I'm jealous because we didn't get Calafiori, but I didn't want him. He's freaking injury-prone guy. I don't want another injury-prone. Now, he was, not long ago, he was out for a long period of time. Now he's already again out. This is what you got for people who had ACL injuries, people who had Achilles injuries. Those kind of big injuries, it's going to cause some niggles here and there, muscle injuries here, because your knees are not stable anymore. You are not the same person. And when
Arsenal need if I was Arsenal, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but if I was Arsenal, Osimhen for sure is upper centre forward. Osimhen, and then you need.
So they had the money to buy a proper guy that they needed. They didn't need Calafiori. They didn't need.
They need it for sure. They need a left back for sure. They have problems with left back, so they need a left back. Calafiori is not the answer. Zinchenko for sure not the answer. They need a Boniface, Osimhen, one big, strong, big centre forward. Chris Wood, kind of centre forward, big physical.
Exactly, somebody who got a different profile than Jesus.
You
can play him together with Kai Havertz as a second striker, because I still believe that he's not a midfielder. He's a shadow striker in that free role there. If you take responsibility of scoring goals away from Kai Havertz, he's going to score more goals because he doesn't feel, the weight of scoring goals. He's going to be free and he's going to cook from that role. And Arteta is like, you know what? I'm a genius. I know better than you. I'm going to prove you that I'm the boss. I make decisions and it's going to work. Look at Kai Havertz.
I think the solution here is you play. Remember, like how Roberto Firmino used to be in Liverpool, the hold-up player, the one distributor, not the finisher, but the one who
he was like the glue.
Yes,
right
exactly.
In the final,
exactly. That's how you play. That's how you play Kai Havertz.
Yeah,
that's exactly like Firmino. Then you have Trossard on the one side playing like Salah, and then you have whoever. You got so many other players on. Let's say, what's the guy who's injured? Saka, world class player. So you have one side Saka, the other side Trossard, and you have
the other side you can have Martinelli because Trossard is not. He's always on the bench. Yeah.
You just need a fast winger, and one of those two players there, and that kind of system, but don't expect Kai Havertz to be the finisher, the centre forward. He's not that type there. He's not. Yeah, at Leverkusen when he was, that was his position in Leverkusen. He was the link up. He was
the guy, and those kind of guys, they will score a lot of goals. Sometimes more than even the striker if they are in that kind of role. Because look at even Cole Palmer, right? Cole Palmer, we tried him under Pochettino to play as a 9. He had nightmare after nightmare.
Oh, yes.
I still remember away against, I don't know, it was a Middlesbrough or something where we got smashed and Cole Palmer missed like 10 clear chances because he played as a number 9. One of his worst games in the Chelsea shirt. But Cole Palmer when you play him in that free role,
Well, there you go.
then he doesn't have to score. He doesn't have that responsibility, but he's gonna score anyway because that is his normal position. So
Plus, he has a very good eye.
Yeah.
He has a vision. He can see things with 3 moves before everybody else.
but
So
when you are in the last line to score, you don't see anything else. You know,
But
it's like you
but
are
that-
so
but-
close to the goal that you just want to score and you don't make clear decisions. But when you are a little bit back, you can see what you can do before the ball comes to you.
It's a bit like you're driving a car. There's some people, everybody who drives a car has got a license. Now, there's some people, when they drive their car, they're very relaxed. They can see many things. They can read the traffic. They can, some people can play with their phone. People can do what have you. But some people, particularly when they're driving, both hands on the steering wheel, can only look out straight. They can't even look at the mirrors. They can't look. They can't. The situation is very stressful for them. If you notice, some of them, they can only have the tunnel vision because there's too much going on. While other people like yourself, you can be sitting, you can be having your McDonald's eating, you can be chatting, and you're still very relaxed because you can still see the whole traffic, you can read the traffic, and that's the Cole Palmer. You're the Cole Palmer of driving, so you're very relaxed and you can read ahead. While others, they only have that tunnel, like a tunnel vision. They can't see more than just. I've got the ball. I must shoot. I can't think. Let me look to the left or right. Maybe I play it off, or maybe do I take a dribble or whatever. No, but they can't. It's too stressful for them. That's the whole point. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
That the way it is. Arteta been making those decisions, so don't try to find him excuses about because they missed chances, because you're the guy who chose those players and put them on those positions while you didn't really need Calafiori or Merino. You have to go for your priority first, and then if you still have some money left, you can go back and buy your secondary options or whatever it is. Number 9, everybody knows for years, and Mr. Arsenal for life said Calafiori and Merino both are rubbish. Well, I still remember here in the same channel when you came and to say we beat you to get Calafiori and you are jealous. You the guy who came here to give me a hard time. And when I showed you the record here and his injury record, and no, you are jealous. You know nothing about football. Shut up. We don't want to hear from you. Go there, man. You don't know nothing about football. I'm like, okay, save this. That's what I tell people on social media when they insult me. I always tell them, save this. And
you
come
should say
back.
to him, keep the receipts.
Yeah. Come back and let's talk after a few months. Now, Calafiori, he's not that rubbish. I'm not going to say he's rubbish, but he's injury prone. If you are injury prone, you don't contribute to anything.
Did you see, by the way, did you see the Arsenal goalkeeper in the penalty shootout? Oh my God. He looked like a clown, circus clown. The guy was completely
jumping. I don't know. He was flying just like Arteta's ball. Flying all over the place. Like before even the ball is kicked, he's just flew already somewhere. It was so funny, man. It was so funny.
Look, he said, come on, he's trying everything, but he's trying his hardest not to save the ball.
I just think that goalkeeper is overrated.
I told you this before. You said what? I told you this months ago, and you said no, you don't know what you're talking about. I said to you, that guy, he's a very handsome. Let's not lie. He's a very handsome man. He's very. I'm sure all the ladies, who are Arsenal fans, whatever, they all love him because he's a very good-looking guy. But he comes across as being a little bit small, but he's very good at distributing the ball. Let's not lie. His distribution is excellent.
Okay, keep talking. Let me just open the door for somebody, okay? You go there, bring your narrative, bring your theory. I'll be right back right now.
Go ahead. Go and open the door. And I can see. I can watch on the other screen. And now, but as I was saying, go and open the door. I can see you. But as I was saying, this Arsenal goalkeeper, I do rate him. He's a good goalkeeper. He's an excellent distribution. He's actually pretty good at handling corners. It was with very safe hands and excellent shot stopper. He's actually a very good goalkeeper, but he's just not very good at penalties. And I can see with time, this guy's growing in stature. In the beginning, obviously, he had the fight with the other goalkeeper, the one with the English guy with the short sleeve shirts. I forget his name. But so they had that battle, internal battle, fighting for number one, and eventually he knocked him off the chair and took over. And he's taken him time to like establish himself as one of the big boys in the team there. And with time, you can see that he has grown and he's becoming one of the main, like I say, the main figures, spine of the team. So he's become a very important player for that team there. And the fact that the other goalkeeper has been sent, I don't know if he was sold or if he was sent on loan or whatever happened to him. He used to be actually part of the England squad, but we haven't heard from him since. And they shipped him over to parts unknown. This other goalkeeper, the Arsenal, the old one.
What are you talking about? The goalkeeper that they got rid of?
Yeah.
Ramsdale.
What happened to him?
They sold him to Southampton, and they are struggling for relegation. He was injured for a long period of time, to be honest. But also Southampton, not good football over there, and they might go to the Championship. And before I forgot, Ramsdale got the relegation curse. You know why? God. Because he got Bournemouth relegated. And then Sheffield United bought him. After Bournemouth was relegated, they took advantage to buy him a little bit cheaper. And back then, Sheffield United were in the Premier League. And the first season that he joined Sheffield United, they got relegated again. So he got relegated back to back. Twice in 2 years. And then Arsenal, they bought him. He didn't get relegated. He didn't get them relegated, but he helped them not to win anything. And then he was
pretty good at Arsenal. That's not a lie. He was okay.
And then they sold him now to Southampton, and it looks like they are going to get relegated again.
Jesus.
So that's why I say that he got the relegation curse. Second of all, Mr. Arsenal for Life said that, let me read here and answer to him about Ramsdale. Let me find the comment. Raya is an upgrade to Ramsdale. That is
I agree.
No, probably you didn't get it. Raya is the current guy that is short and you just praise that he's handsome or whatever. I don't know. I don't look at guys and say like they are handsome because I don't know. I just compliment like women. Like
but you come on. It's not as it's you're allowed as a man. No. You can say it. You know there's nothing wrong with saying.
That's gross. That's gross. I don't watch that. I don't watch another man and say, oh, he's it's gross. That's not me. So let's not get there.
Okay, I'll put it this way. How often have men said to about men, that guy's a fucking ugly bastard? How often have you heard that?
That is what we men do. We call each other ugly. No, that is normal.
Times have changed. You yourself, Mr. Oakes. You, Mr. Oakes, Mr. 21st century, you always talk about love and being good to each other and peace and harmony and all this ecology, blah, blah, blah. That's you, Mr. Modern Man. That's how you are. Now suddenly you say, no.
The problem is you don't get it. You don't get it. When you get to...
I know.
I'm not saying in that sense, like being nice and... you love your brother and your friend, that is another thing. But come here to say, yo, man, he looks good. Look at his abs. No, it's kind of gross. I don't say that to another man. If you are a woman, okay, baby, take it off.
You're a married man. You can't say these things.
No, she knows. She's going to watch this and probably hit me with the pillow for 1,000 times. But no, I'm just saying, even her, she knows that we joke all the time
I know,
about
exactly.
like stay. Oh no, I'm not gonna say that. I might be in trouble. But and we have family members who choose to be a certain way, so we respect them. So I'm not gonna say anything here before I cross the board and get in trouble. Right? So let's forget that.
No, but I'm
Anyways,
just,
so
but it's just in general.
huh?
You know, you just in general. No, if you look
Yeah,
at
in general.
if you look at, let's say Chelsea. Let's take
I
Chelsea.
always tell them, yeah, awesome, man. Look at guy. Look at the size and whatever. In that sense of, yeah, the man. But in sense of, oh man, look at him. Look at the abs and look, oh man, he got the long hair.
I'll give you, but let's talk reality here. Every team, when the season starts, when they launch their new kit, you know, every season, every team has like 15 new kits for away, home, UEFA, you know how it is. And they'll find the most handsome players on the team to wear those shirts. They don't find the ugly ones because the ugly ones don't sell. That is just reality. So they'll find so-called handsome people, I don't know, whatever handsome is, on the team, and they're the ones who'll be wearing the shirt, and they take all those pictures, you know, in the studio with them, all kinds of different poses, and this is the new and that is just the reality. You know, you have to sell. The image is also part of football. It's not just the product on the field you see. You know, there's also, they're selling telephones, they're selling T-shirts, they're selling healthcare products, they're selling, I don't know, whatever, social media stuff. So that is part of that.
Well, you can be the ugliest player. I don't know even what your definition of ugly is, but let's
I have no
say,
idea.
Yeah, so you can be the ugliest one, and you are the main man in the team. You're gonna hold the key. You're gonna be the selling product. I've seen the ugliest people in basketball or whatever, but they're still the men because they are the guys who bail you out. So, and women love ugly people if they have money and they perform good.
Okay, if you have money, okay.
Let me finish that. You're gonna get me in trouble without me finishing the idea. So when you are the GOAT, you are the guy. Like Cole Palmer, you're not gonna tell me that Cole Palmer got abs and Chelsea are putting him like front of the shirt or the face of Chelsea because of his look. But you can look whatever you think is ugly, but you are that guy. You're gonna sell. You're still the guy that people wanna be with you. You know, you're still the guy. You go to Uruguay or whatever, you're gonna find Luis Suarez there is like a god because of what he did, like in World Cup or whatever. But I've seen people making videos, making fun of his teeth or whatever. Ronaldinho, when he was there, he wasn't the most handful guy or handsome guy.
Agreed.
But he was the guy. You wanna be with Ronaldinho. This is Ronaldinho. So it's cross the board of what human being perspective of what is ugly and what is beautiful. That is human being. This is your eyes.
I'll give you a better example. I'll give you. Sorry to interrupt you. I'll give you a better example of what you're talking about. How you say football players can transcend a narrative, can transcend barriers. So excellent example of this is Mohammed Salah. Okay, Muslim guy. You see how he's transcended. People don't even see. They don't think he's Muslim. They don't see him because they don't see him for that. They see him for the football player he is, for the human being he is. You know, he's a very humble guy, a nice guy. So people, he's transcended all that religious nonsense there, and people just see him as a human, and he's a goodwill ambassador for that religious faith. Is that making sense?
Yeah, it's making sense. That's why it goes more, you know, beyond like the way you look and the way the society sees you.
Exactly.
I was in Africa in some countries, and over there when some girls got some weight on them and they look just good. They are lovely people. They are beautiful. People love them. And they have some kind of stature in society because people think they are rich because they can afford to eat.
Exactly.
And then you come to America, Hollywood, people are starving. Those movie stars, they don't eat, bro. They
No,
eat, they are
how-
miserable. Like they eat some kind of like leaves of such and such. They struggle. They can't eat tasty stuff because they're afraid of some,
Put it on
building
weight.
something.
Put it
But
on weight,
in
'cause-
other countries, you are big, a big woman or big guy, you are good. People love you the way you are. So
it's a sign of wealth. So in
So-
Africa, if you're a big woman, a big man, a big belly, or a woman with a big buttocks and big whatever, then people think, oh, this one eats very well, must be a good family and all that.
And
While over
also, the big people, also they are loving people. They are beautiful in their own way. So society are
but
gonna
in
come
Europe-
to you and
but
teach
you-
us in movies and Hollywood and whatever. So we have an idea about a preconceived idea about this is how beauty supposed to be, but it's not. That is just like I don't know how to call it, but it's just like a mindset. It's the society who created
but-
that,
but
and
of
it's
course,
the society who
society-
came to say you are black, you are ugly, you are such and such. It's the society of the people.
It's nothing
if
to
you
do with
bring
color.
kids,
So
if you
but then again, I will argue against you in this one, in that it's nothing to do with society. When it comes to being big and overweight, it's nothing to do with you're big and beautiful. No, it's to do with health. So
that is another aspect,
But
because
that
what
is
we
true,
were
but that's
talking
not an
about here.
aspect. But the reality is, health-wise, it is not big to be. It's not good to be overweight because it's not good for your heart. It's not good to have diabetes and what have you and all that. So your health, being normal weight, normal size is probably better for you than being completely overweight, which is at the end of the day is going to kill you pretty quick. So that is, you'll die from diabetes, high blood pressure, heart condition, whatever. But there's so many things that can kill you when you're overweight. So that is the reality of health. So it's nothing to do with culture or society or Hollywood or whoever. That's just.
You are escalating this debate as always to more. You have a lot of add-ons. Like you order a pizza and then you add pineapple and you add this and that. So finally,
Pineapple on pizza. Are you mad?
We're gonna lose the main point I tried to make here. So we're gonna have to end this debate here to say, ladies and gentlemen, everybody in the world is beautiful. Be
Why
happy.
not?
Be happy the way you are. Just because the society thinks that you are ugly doesn't mean that you are ugly. You are awesome. God created you the way you are, and you are awesome. You are the most beautiful person in the entire planet. So let's leave it there.
Yeah, because if you can't love yourself, then nobody else can love you. As simple as that.
All right. So let's go back to football.
You ran away.
No, it's not running away, because you always add so much into the topic that we forget about it. Because I was giving an example of some people who are born the way they are, because some people, there are even people who they can't get small. That is their gene. So don't blame the gene for them being the way they are and call them when we going to the health issues where like people eat to death and then and you have health issues. That is another situation. But the society is telling us that if you are a big kid, even at school now, the big kid, he's just a kid. He just was born. His family are big people. He's big. Don't bully him. He's that way. The way he's supposed to be. So you just take it out of context here because you add something which is very important: eating healthy and not eating junks. That the way we are. In Africa, for example, they don't eat all these junks. They eat healthy, and they sometimes don't have anything to eat. They still have natural product, but they are big because of the way they were created. And then when we move to
we in Africa, we like fried. We in Africa, we like fried chicken too much.
But that is not fried chicken. For some people, it might take months for them to see it. So don't blame them to eat when they have a chance to eat. It's not like here where you have abundance, you have money, credit card, you go and you buy and you eat yourself to death. That is another thing. We're talking about some other stuff. So let's not confuse people here. Let's move on. Raya is an upgrade on Ramsdale. That was the last topic that we talked. Raya is the guy who is conceding goals, who is flying all over the place, can't save a penalty. I don't believe so. I love Ramsdale more than Raya. Even when they brought Raya, I said it clearly. Why? Because Ramsdale is taller than that guy. And I love my goalkeeper to be the size matter. I don't care how you're gonna interpret, he can jump, blah blah blah. Size matter. When you are a goalkeeper, size matter. Raya been doing good because also of the defense.
Raya is doing good because his distribution is fantastic.
I'm coming there. Yeah. Like, don't talk only about one aspect of distributing, because even Onana can distribute the ball good, and sometimes he even forget that a goalkeeper, it's okay to touch the ball with your hand. He forget that. Sometimes he just wanna, I don't know, Jackie Chan kick, but you can save it, bro. Just save it with your hand. So that is another aspect. I'm not saying that he's absolutely crap. Distribution sometimes is good. I think he already got an assist already, like boom, quick thinking, counter, boom, and then somebody scored. I think it was Gabriel Jesus. I hope that he recover very, very, very fast. But I think Raya already had an assist. But if you want to go to just one-dimensional, not overall, and even, listen, even Ramsdale, when Arteta decided to buy him and get rid of Leno. I think Leno was the number one back then. People said, he's an upgrade on Leno. Leno is at Fulham at the moment. He's very good with his feet, and people said it was an upgrade. Now, Raya is an upgrade because he's in front, he's behind the best defenders in the Premier League for the last 3 years. So the defense also count when you have a movable object like Gabriel and Saliba protecting you. Everything looks a little bit easier. When they got undone, you see Raya got undone easily. And long shot like Kepa, if you aim the shot to
here we go.
Top bin.
Here we go. You had to bring Kepa into this. I knew you were going to bring Kepa.
Or top corner. That is the reality. When you are short and you have T-Rex hand, it's not. Don't blame me. I'm just stating fact. So
okay, but okay. If we use your line of argument here, you're saying that Raya is only good because he has a world-class defense.
It's not
blah blah
only.
blah. No, hang on. But you are the same guy. You, Mr. Oaks, I have receipts. You're the same guy who's always criticizing Sanchez. You're saying, he's terrible goalkeeper, whatever. But have you seen that his defense in front of him is useless? That means that Sanchez must be world-class when he's playing with such a bad defense, and he's making those incredible saves. That is going by your argument.
Are you still there?
I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay, so first of all, you always try to blame me for something that I never said. And you always take everything out of context. Sanchez is not only about his shot-stopping abilities. I always praise him as a world class. But keep it simple. Be an old school goalkeeper. How many times, how many videos I've already made here blaming the manager for forcing him to do what he's not comfortable of doing. Sanchez has no problem with the size, has no problem with stopping a shot from distance or whatever because he's tall. He can release the pressure in the defense very, very well. He commands that box. But when it comes to distribution, because the manager is telling him to pass short from the back. If you pass it long, I'm going to bench you. So he panics and he starts passing the ball to Declan Rice, giving assist to Declan Rice. How many assists he already gave to people? So that is the problem. That's why you can't focus on one aspect of the goalkeeper. Just because you don't let me finish, you cut me all the time, so you didn't see. I didn't even have the time or chance to get to the good side of Mr. Raya, because you always cut me. So it's you just cutting it because you wanna be you used ready to fight a lot in high school. Like you fight all the time. Like I haven't even finished my idea. Boom, 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 boom. You throw more rocks and I have nothing to do. So you win, bro. So listen.
That's because your brain thinks very quickly. That's why.
And also,
carry on about Raya. Well, you haven't finished about Raya. I want to hear what you have to say about Raya.
I'm not going to go there anymore because we have to talk about many other topics here that we have. I know that you have to go to bed. You have school. You have to walk early in the morning and drive and all that. And I'm also tired and whatever.
But going back to so we agree with Arsenal that Raya is good. Gabriel,
he's good, but he's not. Yes.
But I'm just going through this Arsenal team because I know you. It's not. As I say,
Raya is good. Raya is good, but also the defense made him better.
Gabriel and the other one. Who's the other one? Gabriel and who's his defenders? Gabriel and what's the other guy? Saliba. William Saliba.
And then you had also Ben White, who was very good from the right-hand side. He's defensively solid. And you have somebody like Timber from the left-hand side. They have amazing defenders. Like they had like the wall. They built like a wall, not Donald Trump wall, between USA and Mexico. But that is a really ancient wall. And you go in the midfield and you find somebody like Rice. Look at his size. Look at the guy. Odegaard is more of a flair guy that will make things happen, distribution. But I'm talking about the guy who are helping Raya, even if you don't see it. But Thomas Partey already take care of the defensive work in the midfield. And Rice already took care of that defensive aspect of the game. And then the last line of the defense, you have those huge guys looking at you. So, they go. It's making it a little bit easier for the goalkeeper. Jose Mourinho, the only manager that only conceded 15 goals in the Premier League the entire season. You know why? It's not only about Peter Cech, but because John Terry, because Carvalho, because of some other guys that were immense. I don't know if back then Makelele was still in the team, but yeah, you have those powerhouse who are doing the work from the midfield to the defense. They are very composed. If you put the Peter Cech, with Badiashile and Disasi in front, that is another story. So it's not like taking credit from Raya, but it's just telling you the way it is. If your defense is shaky and you don't have the size also, people start targeting top beans, top corners because they know you are short, you're not going to reach there. And then it becomes a problem. Anyways, I've been talking too much.
No, but I couldn't. I didn't. Wow, I didn't think that Raya would heat up, stoke up people's passions. I mean, he's only a goalkeeper. He's not. And who is the Arsenal captain? That's that guy there, Odegaard. I don't know who the vice captain is. That's Saliba or must be Saliba or the other guy, Gabriel. One of those two must be vice captain. But he's a very quiet captain. And if you notice, he's not
some games I see Saka getting the captain.
Yes, that's right.
But I don't think he's a captain material. I think Saliba or Gabriel deserve also to be captain.
Yeah,
because they talk all the time. They organize the defense. They command. Usually, I like my captain to be like defenders for some reasons because they can see the entire pitch and they can tell exactly what is happening. But if you're I don't like goalkeepers to be my captain, because you can't really get closer to the players and tell them what to do, or, you know, get to the referee and try to defend the team all the time. So I like my, you know, midfielder, okay, but attackers and goalkeepers, no.
That's the problem we have with Chelsea. Our captain doesn't even speak English, so it's I don't know how he communicates. The only one who seems to understand him is when every time there's a free kick. You ever notice him and Cole Palmer? They actually do speak, but otherwise, I don't actually see.
He has more than enough word to kind of communicate with people. You know, he has more than enough. You can,
yeah, but you can't just say vamos, vamos all day. You have to say a little bit more than just vamos, vamos. You know, you have to, I don't know how you say it.
There are certain people who can understand, because he's been in England for almost 3 years. I mean, when I started learning English, it didn't take me a year. After 6 months, I started making a lot of noise and talking broken English and bothering people so I can learn. But the problem is when you have to break that wall. When you break that wall of a new language, you have that courage to break. Okay, I'm going for it. I'm going to say something, even if it's not the right thing to do. I'm gonna say it. This is how everything starts. So Enzo Fernandez needs to break that line. But I think he understands pretty much everything. But like talking, he's still shy to break the wall, because he thinks that he's gonna make a mistake. And that is very, 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 that is not good. When you are shy of making mistakes, you're not gonna make mistake and you're not gonna learn. If people can hear what Pochettino is saying, anybody can speak English. Pochettino doesn't speak English. He just has the courage to throw some words in whatever tense. Let me finish.
Hang on. What you're saying there is so true, because remember when the press conference, journalists ask him one question and he'll answer something completely different, not even related.
He will answer something about Donald Trump and the barbecue, because he didn't get it and he didn't know what to say. And he's gonna, and even when he understands the question, he's gonna throw a bunch of words like, you know, win and this Chelsea and if a young people and like he's gonna just throw a bunch of words. It's up to you. Like me, English my second language. I understand him easily because I've been in that position. And the problem with Pochettino is he doesn't know what is the past, what is the present, and what is the future tense.
Yeah,
so he
true.
throws some word in whatever tense it is. So it's up to you to combine them. You know, to start a language, at least you start by the basics, which is tense. How you say this in present, in the future, and in the past. So you kind of have some kind of structure. Don't go to past participle, because if we go to French is complicated because of everything need to be a certain way. Or if you are talking about women or men, or you're talking about car, and you have to use a different article when talking to the, I don't know, everything kind of got a gender in French, pretty much. But when you have already a structure of present, future, and past, now you can try to structure your English. Pochettino doesn't do it. He just throw a bunch of words there. It's up to you to interpret and understand what he's trying to do. The point is, I wanted to finish with this so we don't get to teaching people languages here. We're talking about our captain, because you brought it on the line that he doesn't speak English. So I said, probably he can be, he's still very young. He was in England when he was 21 years old. So your brain's still very fresh. You can learn a language in 6 months, the way I did it. So For him now, the next step is to break that wall of being shy and being ashamed of not making mistakes, and also structure that English a little bit. Present, past, future, and you go from there and start adding some new stuff slowly and surely.
And I noticed with you, Mr. Oakes, within the last year, wow, your English has improved dramatically. You've taken up a high level.
Because I still, well, the problem with me is I have the kids that I have to talk with them. I don't want them to like forget my language and my other languages. So at home, we speak at least 4 languages.
Wow.
So because they are so perfect in English, I can say something and kids, they will correct you. They don't care who you are. They're gonna say, they're gonna laugh at you, and they're gonna tell you that is not the way it's said. You have to use you said it in present. It's supposed to be in the past or whatever. So when you have people who just educate you naturally, who scold you for making mistakes, you are going to learn little things. But I'm not even close to them. They are just so perfect to the point like you ask yourself, where did you get this word? Like, how do you know this? So for them, it's just natural. For me, it's just an old man trying to put some words together to make sense. Anyways, let's go. What are we talking about? I have to go and I have to let you go. So if you have something else,
I'm
you
in
have
bed
to say
already.
now.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm in bed already. I'm watching the wild card weekend, the American football playoffs.
Okay, good. So you can continue until you fall asleep because we don't want to hear you here sleeping, snoring. So you have to finish and go watch your football, American football, and go to sleep. Me, I have to cook. I have to make other people happy, and I have also to make a video about something that I've been thinking about.
I see it's very, very. Watching this game here, I see they're playing in Philadelphia. It looks so cold. Wow.
Now Teta is gonna complain about the cold or snow or something. What is his reason of losing today? Did you watch him? Did you watch like his press conference?
I went straight to Arsenal Fan TV, and I was listening to Lee. Lee. Yeah, he's the only one that makes sense. The one talks sense, and he was saying, if who's this good on you, mate? Says who we are. What's his name? Angie. If Angie don't park the bus when they play Arsenal and they lose, he should be fired immediately because he's an idiot. Because everybody else parks the bus and they beat Arsenal, and if he goes and plays open attacking football, then he's an idiot. He's arrogant. So that was his whole thing. He was saying that Arsenal they have hit a wall. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but it's just interesting. I like him. I like to listen to Lee. He's the only one who's not. He speaks, in a.
Is Julian still there?
I haven't seen him.
Julian, yeah.
There's one guy. He speaks Jamaican English. He's a white guy, but he speaks like a Jamaican. Yardman. It's so weird to watch him and think, what?
They have some white people in Jamaica. I go to Jamaica. I meet a lot of people. Where are you from? I'm from Jamaica, man. I'm here, and they speak just like local boys. Yeah, just like in Africa, you're gonna find also. In South Africa, many white people. Zimbabwe, many white people. Even in your country, you will find white people who were born there. Their kids grow there. They are Malawian. You can't change them.
But some of them have such a ridiculous English accent when they speak the local language. That you can. So you straight away. It's not the same. It's not the same like if you speak.
That's what I said because people tend to think. Oh, a white man can't be from Jamaica or can't be from other countries.
Talk about the language. You can speak the language, but if you have a dialect, so if you say like if I speak French, Okay, it'll be like je voudrais. Okay, and the way normal French you say je voudrais. Okay, but we're saying the same thing, but the dialect, the accent, straight away
is different.
you'll know that this guy is not French. This guy is English. You'll hear it straight away, but you understand what he's saying. But straight away in your mind you'll know, okay, this guy is not local. He's definitely not French. I don't know. He's learned the language of TikTok or something, you know. And but it's the same thing. You know, some people down there, the white guys, yes, they'll speak the language perfectly, but they'll have a horrible accent. So straight away, people just like some people we actually be laughing, but they understand what they're saying. But you know, you won't get accepted like a. But Yardman, my point was Yardman. When you hear him speaking, you don't. You think. I thought he was Jamaican the first time I saw it. I thought what? But no, he's English, and so
he's from Jamaica. Yeah,
he's from Jamaica.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know. I thought he was like an English guy from England.
No, he's Jamaican.
You sure?
Yeah.
Wow. No, okay.
Sure.
No, I didn't realize. I thought he was like English guy from England somewhere.
Nope.
Didn't realize he's from. But he's wow. But it's hard to understand what they say sometimes. That accent is not easy. You know, you really got to have first-hand experience. Jamaica. I saw adverts the other day for holiday to Jamaica. It looks quite interesting. Looks like a nice place to go for holiday. I don't know. Maybe I'll consider that. But I like Turkey, as you know. But maybe Jamaica, I'll try.
Jamaica is good. Good.
Only because you say it's good. So I have to. Did you go on like Montego? Package holiday or what?
Yeah.
Okay, we shall have a look. I'll have a look. Montego Bay.
All inclusive.
I shall have a look. See what's on offer. And,
all inclusive, bro. You eat as you like. You enjoy it. Oh, people really waste a lot of food over there. 24/7 service, bro. You want to drink champagne, you want to drink whatever it is. 24/7.
But it's not the climate is not too hot?
Depend on what time of the year you're going there. But they have ACs and like in the resort, it's always kind of cool, you know, with all the pine trees and all the stuff that you have around. So why do you even care about being
and what about
man? What's going on?
Yeah, but that's what about when you're on the beach? Do you have all the people coming to try to sell you shit there, and they won't leave you alone, or you can...
well, they are very respectful. They offered me a lot of those stuff when I go there for free. They said, brother, hey, get it, and I was like,
no, I'm talking about like sunglasses, hats, and clothes, and all that kind of stuff.
Well, then when you go shopping and you go in town, people are trying to make business. But on the beach, there are reserved beach that are there. You have security people, you have police officers, you have people keeping people away. It's not like because you paid a lot of money to get there, so you are protected 24/7. But people will always try to get closer to you because they want a business. They don't want to hurt you. They are selling something, but they are kept away. Some people can sneak and say, I have such and such. But in general, and there are also people who are legally allowed to be in the resort. Like, those traveling companies, they know them. They trust them and they allow them to come with their merchandise in certain areas. Not like they want to just bother you when you are eating or something. There are specific areas of the beach where you can go and buy something. Because they are allowed and they are background checked and everything.
Yeah, but some other countries, you sit on the beach and then you got all these guys trying to sell you all this kind of. They won't leave you alone.
Because probably you didn't pay for the you didn't pay for the resort and you didn't pay for all-inclusive stuff. Like me, when we go, we want to be in that kind of environment because you don't know what can happen to the kid. You don't want to be too much because sometimes you can't really control the kid. They're just crazy, and you need somebody who's watching, who's looking after them if they get in trouble and somebody is right there to help. So,
interesting. I learn something new every day. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go.
Sleep.
So,
Yes, go sleep.
good luck. So you were back on when? So Chelsea's playing when?
We're playing on Tuesday against Bournemouth at home, Stamford Bridge. It's gonna be a tough game because Bournemouth
on
are
fire.
very good at the moment. They're not gonna have a Kepa Bragadabra because he can't play against us. They are missing two key players. They are man in front. The guy who replaced Dominic Solanke, he's injured, and another guy that I forgot the name is injured. I'm preparing a video about it, so I'm gonna make that video after doing some research. And yeah, we're gonna beat them. I think it's gonna be very difficult, but I feel confident. Like we won for the first time in 2025. Regardless of what you're gonna say, it was Morecambe. No, I don't care.
I didn't say anything.
I'm not saying. I'm talking in general.
A win is a win. Goals are goals. That's all you need.
I'm talking in
goals.
general. And we have our key players rested. Enzo Fernandez rested. Moises Caicedo rested. Cole Palmer rested. And
Jackson rested.
Also, Levi Cole rested. Rhys James got 45 minutes. So I feel confident right now. I think we're going to go for another...
Rhys James, did he come off the field? Was he injured or not injured when he left?
No, it was 45 minutes. I predicted it in my preview. I said I want to see him start and I want to see him for 45 minutes. And
so he didn't get injured then?
No, they took him after 45 minutes. That's what we need to do right now. Like, don't get tempted by, let's give him 90 minutes. No way. Like now, you start him, you take him at halftime, no matter what the result is. Or you put him 30 minutes to go so he can finish the game. I'm okay until the end of this season to give that brother 45 to 30 minutes. It's better to have Rhys James for 30 minutes than lose him for 4 months. That's the way I see it.
I'd rather take a 30-minute Rhys James and then a 90-minute Malo Gusto.
Yeah.
That's how I can put it. Because Gusto can't defend. I'm sorry, but... and Rhys James...
when Rhys James says out, and then you put Malo Gusto, and then he put you in trouble again.
Yeah, so, I know. This is the problem.
But at least, if you are winning already, that is okay. You can try to protect the result. So,
as long as I think Rhys James now, because of these health issues, maybe he won't be so much of attacking fullback. He'll be more defending kind of fullback. You will see him go once in a while up forward, but not like before. Remember before when he was younger, always playing like a right wing. But now with these injuries, hamstrings and what have you, he can't do that. He will, otherwise he will just be kaput all the time. So he has to know his limitations, or the manager must know his limitations, not put such high demands on him. Let him defend what he's best at doing. So yeah. Anyway, yes, Mr. Oaks. Bonsoir and be good and God bless and be lucky.
Yes, my friend, be lucky. Wish me good luck. Yes. Thank you. And
cheers, man.
I will see you tomorrow or another day.
Tuesday, whenever you're live, I'll be there. So
okay, all right.
Yes, sir. Cheers, man.
Yes. Okay, so that was Mr. Republic. He's gone. Now I'm going to have to read some comment and see if we have some breaking news. If it's not, and then we're going to get out here. I need to do something else. White Yardie. Yeah, White Yardie is the name of the guy. Yeah, White Yardie. He's from Jamaica. He's like true Jamaican. You can even see the way he talks and all that. The Undertaker, long time, CFC. Just need to stop buying kids. All the time we need experienced players. We are not going to get top 4 with all these kids we are buying. Okay. I respect your opinion. But it's better to have a kid than have a bunch of flop. When you spend 80 million to buy Badiashile and Disasi, and they are not good. They are not good, or they are not better than the kids that we have, and that is a problem also. You know what I mean? Are you going to tell me that Tariq George, or let's put position by position, going to tell me that Josh Anchepong is worse than Disasi or Badiashile? Are you gonna tell me that Alfie Gilchrist is worse than Disasi? I don't think so. So the kid, depending on the kid that you are buying, right? If you look at, wait, hello. Yeah, I see something bad in my screen here, but okay. Yeah, I think I'm back on track. So I think the kid, it has nothing to do with the age, right? You can have a kid that got experience and quality more than a grown-up man. You look at Euro, you know, Lenny Euro at Manchester United now. The way he plays, he looks like a 30 years old player. He understands football. He plays like an old man. So we should not like focus on your age. We should focus on quality and what you do on the pitch. You know, if that makes sense. We are struggling now, not because of the kid. We're struggling because we can't score goals with old men. We hit the post all the time. And we are making mistakes with old men. So I don't know what is your definition of kid. For me in football, if you are good enough, you are old enough. Age is just a number. I don't think we are using kid or we are struggling now because of kid. You know, it's something else in my humble opinion. But that is your opinion and we're going to respect your opinion. We need to buy Osimhen. That is a big ask. Osimhen is going to demand a lot of money. I don't think he's going to get less than 300k a week. That is the money that he deserves. And I don't think Chelsea are going to pay him that kind of money. I think Chelsea are going to go for somebody else. They might go for Liam Delap because he's going to cost less money in terms of salary. I think he's going to be on the same salary as other people, 90k or 100k a week on 7-year contract, and he's going to be fine. But somebody like Osimhen, he's going to demand you 300k a week, and you're not going to be able to pay him. For me, whoever comes, I just want you to score goals. I don't think Osimhen is going to happen, man. It's over. I think it's over for Mr. Osimhen. Okay, let me scroll down and read some more comment before I leave. Mr. Andrew, my own brother, he said that I think people experience with age and experience in their league and how much experience they play in that league. Huge difference. Yeah, it's a huge difference. You know how many games have you already played in that league? For me, yeah, if you are quality, you are mature enough to play. And the only way to get experience is to play games and to make mistakes. That is a part of process. The growing process is about making mistakes. Age is just a number, my friend. I tell you that. They confuse with age experience. Experience in big games, big cups, yeah. But I tell you what, last season, Liverpool beat Chelsea in the final of the Carabao Cup with a bunch of kids, 15 years old, 16 years old, 17 years old. 7 of them, or 9 of them from the academy. Mo Salah injured. Trent Alexander-Arnold injured. Everybody injured. Only Van Dijk was in the defense. And Chelsea lost. What that has to do with the age or experience. Those kids never even played in the Premier League. So it's good. It's a good narrative. But sometimes when you're quality and you have a good strategy, you can win games without even the so-called experience. Chelsea in the Champions League final. They played a young kid from the academy, 19 years old, never started any game for Chelsea He was in the academy because Chelsea were struggling with injuries. They brought somebody called Ryan Bertrand from the academy. He started in the Champions League final. He did good, and Chelsea won the Champions League. So depending on how you see it, I don't believe in the experience and kid and whatever. I think quality is quality, man. Yamal today, he's humiliating big people, you know, humiliating Mbappe in Euros or whatever in La Liga. But he's 17 years old or 18 years old now. So depending, bro, depending. You are good, you are good. Yes, sir. It's clear. What you just said is really clear. Thank you. Much appreciated. Okay, do we have any breaking news here? Trending news in the world of football? Fabrizio Romano. Here we go. No? Nothing, huh? He's just talking about Kyle Walker to Milan. He want to quit. He want to leave Manchester City. Kylian Mbappe here, you see him. Yeah, with Ancelotti. They lost 5-2 against Barcelona in the final of the Spanish Super Cup. Look at how many kids. Balde, Ubarsi, Yamal. Look how many young kids there are in that Barcelona team. And you go to Real Madrid, they have grown up, old people on their prime, but they got smashed, destroyed by a bunch of kids from Barcelona. Listen, bro. This is a kind of age, experience, and whatever. I see it more in the Chelsea community because Chelsea are used to buying expensive and already made players. So every kind of project or every kid is, oh no, this is Chelsea. We don't do kid. We don't do kid. But that is just a mindset. You know, when we bought so many old people that didn't even do good. You Zappa Costa, you know, Danny Drinkwater, Alexander Pato, you know, people, Higuain, people like that, Falcao, never worked for Chelsea. So I don't care what you bring. If you bring quality and the manager is willing to give you an opportunity to play in order for you to grow, I'm okay with that. All right. Do you know what's going on the with Ben Chilwell? Ben Chilwell, apparently, Graham Potter, who is the new manager of West Ham United, he wants Ben Chilwell, but it's about the salary. Ben Chilwell is on 200k a week at Chelsea. And West Ham are not going to pay that kind of money. And Chile probably is not going to let the money on the table the way Chelsea are treating him right now. I agree with him. I would take my money. I would see my contract out. You don't give me a chance. I'm a quality player. I'm not going to leave my money on the bench. The way you treat me, I'm going to treat you back. I'm going to get my money without playing. So Chile might go on loan to West Ham or other teams. But the problem is the salary that he's on. And even if you want to sell him, nobody's going to buy him because he's not playing. So you diminish his value is so low now. How much money you going to get from Chilwell? The guy who hasn't played football. He's injury prone and he hasn't played football for a long period of time. How much are you going to pay? Everybody is going to try to lowball Chelsea on Chile because we devaluate our own player. If we were giving him some conference league here, some league games here, he's playing, he's fit, we can still get something out of him. But we completely just put him aside. Okay, we want to sell Veiga. What process are you trusting? We don't want to sell Veiga. Veiga want to go because he's not having enough playing time. It's different from somebody asking to go and Chelsea wanting to sell. Chelsea don't want to force somebody who don't want to be there. I like Veiga. I want him to be given a chance. But if you don't give me a chance, and you are giving a chance to people like Badiashile and Disasi, and I know that I can do better than them, I'm gonna be frustrated too. So he wanna go. Chelsea didn't force him to go. It's not like they want money and they wanna sell him for profit. Because how much money you gonna make from Veiga? Veiga also is not playing. You bought him for 12 million. How much are you gonna get from him? So this is a misleading kind of comment here. We want to sell. We don't want to sell. The player want to go. It's very different than what you are preaching us. Understand where you're coming from. I mean, Kai Havertz, Timo Werner were pretty expensive players comparing to experience we had from the Chelsea academy. Yeah, that is also another very good point here. We bought Kai Havertz as the next big thing. He killed it in the Bundesliga for a few years. Kai Havertz the same. Look at them. Yeah, they won us the Champions League, but in terms of performances, they were very, very poor. So Chelsea fans, we are used to spending a lot of money buying people that any kind of project or any kind of kid, oh no, we don't do this, we don't do that. But if you look at it on paper, it's like, hello, you know, these kids can do better than the grown up. You have just to give them a chance. Anyways, my people, I'm gonna have to leave. Stay tuned. Preparing a video about my preview because on Tuesday we have a game at Stamford Bridge against Bournemouth. That is a must-win game. We won the first game of the year 2025, but it was against a small team, Morecambe. But still a game. Still you have to win. Still you have to beat what is in front of you. Now it's time to start winning again in the Premier League. I'm confident that we're going to win. We're going to beat them at Stamford Bridge. And we're going to go for a run from now on. We're going to start beating teams. We're going to be back again. Okay? Going to be back. Get ready. Anyways, God bless you. Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew, my own brother. I hope you're doing good with your school, college, and homeworks and all the good stuff. God bless you too. And yeah, gonna have to go. No breaking news. Tomorrow we have a lot of news because Enzo Maresca is gonna have his press conference tomorrow. So people are gonna ask him 1,000 questions about Renato Veiga and the guy. Also, Mikhailo Mudryk and injuries and what's going on here and there. So yeah, stay tuned because we have a lot of content tomorrow and also on Tuesday, live stream, watch along, call-in show, all the good stuff. Thank you for your support, people. Always appreciate your presence here. God bless you. Go to bed. Or whatever time it is in your location, and I will see you tomorrow. Blessings.